Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, I'm actually going to be redoing the front of my hair. I'm going to be redoing the front of my hair, and so you guys will be able to see how I do these boho braids for those of you who want to know. And also, we're going to be talking about how everything is divine. We're going to be talking about stepping into your power like this instant. Okay. Just generally kicking it like we usually do, except it's going to be extended because I'm doing my hair and my hair it's going to take a minute to do. So, yeah, I was saying the other day how I try not to make these videos like super long. And some of the girls were like, no, like we like the long videos. So I was like, well, I'm about to be doing my hair anyways, so why not just come on live and talk with you guys and talk about stepping into your power and talk about how everything is divine, okay? And how to use that to your advantage. Because to be honest, you guys, us as magical beings, I really want us to step away, just not even step away, step away. Trash, okay? Trash the idea of limitation, because we actually have so many fucking avenues to help us get what the fuck we want, okay? No matter what state of consciousness that you're at, all right? So we're gonna talk about all that. All right, and I love you guys. Hello, Lisa. Hi, Ty. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Summer. Hi, other Ty. Hi, Daphne. Hi, Issa. Hi. Oh, you're getting boho braids Saturday? Oh my gosh. Hi, Free Your Mind. Hi, Princess. Hi, Natoya. Thank you, beautiful. Hi, Derek. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Hi, Ashley. Okay, skincare routine. Hey, Redhead. Right now, my skincare routine, it's pretty much the same. I did a video about it last year, but right now I'm going in between a like a cleanse. It's a rice cleanser. Both of them are Korean beauty products from TJ Maxx though. And it's not the black, you know, you guys probably, if you know like Korean beauty care or Korean skincare, you might know like the black and gold one. I don't even know what it's called, but I don't like that one. I use the ones from TJ Maxx, and there's a rice one and there's a snail mucin one. Right now I'm using the rice one. I like the snail mucin one better. I just got a turmeric scrub also from TJ Maxx. And that shit be looking like I buffed my face with a buffer when I get done. So and turmeric is something that's really good for your face. So I wash my face with that. After I wash my face, I put witch hazel. So the just regular old witch hazel from from the pharmacy part of the store. And then after that, I spray my face with these rose water and herbs. It's like a rose water and herb mixture that I also got from TJ Maxx. And then and then I put on a serum that has hyaluronic acid and neomycin in it. Like there's a certain serum, it's like a blue bottle, it's like a little blue bottle from TJ Maxx that I use. But I haven't been able to find it, so I just started using a different one, but it has the hyaluronic acid and the neomycin. I heard somebody said that those are like the double, like those are the things that really give you really nice skin. And so I just was like, sure, why not? And I tried it and I can confirm that they really like those serums. It's a serum. So it's like a serum with hyaluronic acid and neomycin. And then I put on a face moisturizer. But my face right now is like, part of it is the lighting, you guys. Like part of it is the light that's on me, but I was at the park, so I was sweaty. And then I just kind of like wiped my face and like sprayed it with some of the rose water. But yeah, that's my skincare routine though. But yes, we are going to do hair tutorial too. Cause I'm just going to be doing my hair. So you're going to see how to do it. And let me tell y'all, this hairstyle I have in my hair, you guys, this would have cost me at the bare minimum $400 to get done. Okay. Like at the bare minimum. Like, so I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna tell y'all, and this is the thing, like, a lot of people, they're like, well, how do you do your hair, and how do you learn? Like, by the time you get to the top of your hair, if you start back here and get up here, by the time you get up here, you're gonna be damn near an expert. Okay, so just watch what I do. I am refreshing the front of it because I'm gonna do a different style very soon. So I don't want to redo the whole friggin' thing, you know? I just want to refresh it so it doesn't look raggedy. Okay. Thank you, Nor. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Miss Wellness. Hi, Celestial. Hi, Beauty Alchemist. Yeah, exactly. 280 for Boblink. Girl, this shit is down to my butt. This shit, and that's why I say 400 is the bare minimum, especially in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, Kyra, this is the answer, because I swear I was actually gonna go live on TikTok, you guys. But I was like, no, like my people are on YouTube, so I'm gonna come here. Yes, Chantel, it is the Witch Hazel Toner. And honestly, y'all, in my experience with the skincare, I'm gonna say this first of all. I never had skin problems to begin with. Like, my skincare for the longest time, my skincare routine was literally like, wash my face with a washcloth. Like, that was it. And then my friend taught me about skincare, and I just started to do it, you know, out of self-love and like just wanting to enhance, you know, enhance my skin. But what I'll say though is that for me, the more natural the product is, the better it is for you. Like, a lot of times we're spending all this money like on the stuff that's like expensive and supposed to work like this. Like, I remember I bought all this shit off TikTok and all this stuff that people were like, oh yeah, this cured my skin. That should have my skin breaking out. Like, the simple, like the toner, that Witch Hazel toner is like $4. All this stuff I'm talking about is like nothing I've told you guys costs over like $8. Like, literally. And it does my skin the absolute best. So try it out. Okay. I had to learn to do my own hair because girl, literally. Because my mom used to take us to get our hair done all the time, you know? So when I learned, I was like, this shit costs money? Like this? Like, what? Not Buki. Reality got offended. I love you. All right, you guys. So we have spent 8 minutes talking about makeup and face care and, you know, hair and all this. Let's get into the topic. All right, let's get into this shit. Okay? So, everything is divine. I was talking about on a video transmuting energy, right? Transmuting negative energy, positive energy, indifferent energy, right? And using it towards your good. And thank you, that's so sweet. And using it towards your good, right? But do you know that you can use every single thing to your good? Like, you can use every single thing to your good and every single thing to your detriment, okay? So just the same way that, for instance, like, okay, one of the biggest ways to be powerful, right? Because let's talk about spells. Let's talk about witchcraft, right? Spells, all this stuff, right? Your words are the spell, okay? How you speak over yourself. When I tell you guys, like, you are abracadabraing your life every time you speak, your words are the easiest and most accessible spell that you have, okay? Which is why we affirm. But this is the thing, you guys, is outside of affirming, what are you saying? What are you speaking? What are you claiming? When it comes to like our manifestations, guys, and like the things that we want, I know for me, I used to have this idea like, oh, one day it's gonna reveal itself to me. Like, one day I'm gonna be walking down the street and I'm gonna find, you know, like Abraham Hicks has a story where somebody was walking in the park and found a diamond ring on the ground. And so like, I'm thinking that, like, yes, my answer is somewhere in one of these days where I'm walking on the street and I find my answer out there somewhere. And then once I find that, then that's when life really begins. And that's when I'm abundant and, you know, all of those things. But actually, you guys, claim everything you want now. Now. Understand that what you're claiming now, what you're saying now, what you're deciding now is what is becoming, okay? So you need to stop telling the truth. Okay, so first of all, let me pause really quick. I'm gonna just smooth like whatever part, my part. I'm gonna smooth it down with edge control because that's the only thing that's gonna keep this together. You can use gel depending on your hair, but y'all gonna see what I mean in a second. All right, so everything that you're saying, you keep waiting on things to change to say something different. And that's why they don't change, y'all. And I'm telling y'all this from experience, okay? You keep waiting. Oh, yeah, today things not working out for me, but one day, someday over the rainbow, it's gonna be working out for me, okay? No, dog. You know what I'm saying? Someday over the rainbow is gonna come and you're still gonna be telling that same story, okay? Like, tell a new story, tell a different story, okay? Now, don't wait. Stop waiting for evidence. Claim and step into your divinity right now, okay? Claim and step into your divinity right now and start exercising it. Your words are one of your most accessible ways to influence your reality, okay? But your intention, okay, I'm just gonna start braiding, all right? I'm not gonna add the boho hair yet. Actually, let me separate a few pieces off. If you're doing boho braids, y'all, if you've never done boho braids, you need to make sure that you get human hair because crochet hair is gonna get tangled and disgusting. So you need to have human hair, okay? All right. And I'm doing a little bit, this is about like the amount of hair I'm using because I want it more curly than hair. All right. So step into your divinity, okay? Okay, here's something to say. I know for me, I used to think, how can I get more power though? I'm just not powerful enough. I'm just not advanced enough. I just don't understand it enough. I'm just not good enough at this yet, right? Okay, but who is saying that? Like, who is saying that? You are saying that. Understand that even when it comes to power, even when it comes to abilities, not more power. I'll be saying that shit too. Even when it comes to power and abilities, you guys, it is in the power of the tongue. There's actually not really anything that's not in the power of the tongue. Okay? Oh. So then I'm gonna add in, I'm gonna start feeding in these boho pieces, okay? And you can kind of just make them any way that you want. Of course it's fucking up because, all right. But yes, your power is actually in what you claim it to be or not. You saying like, oh, I'm just not there yet. And oh, I guess I'm just not good enough. Or oh, I just don't know enough. Or I don't understand. Is making that be true. Is making that be true. Okay. So as manifestors, you guys, something to really never say again in your life is I can't. Okay. There is no can't, bruh. There's what you've accepted that you can do and what you've accepted that you can't do. But all things are possible. I'm going to clip it off so that it's not in the way, okay? But there are things that you accept as possible and things you don't accept as possible, all right? Whatever you're accepting as possible is what it is. Even when it comes to your power, even when it comes to your ability, even when it comes to everything, even when it comes to that thing that you think is above you, okay? Even that thing that you think is, oh, well, yeah, but except for money. Yeah, but except for SP. Yeah, but whatever. No, all of it is in your command and you're actually already commanding it. You're commanding it. How's it going? Right? Not Quincy Daddy taught us not to say can't and love in basketball. You're hilarious. But seriously, you guys, I want you, I say this often, but I want you guys to really think about it. when it comes to manifesting in general, okay, most people would say that's something you cannot do, that you can't manifest, you can't make things happen with your mind. And guess what? For them, because they have accepted that as true, it is true for them. When they have a problem, right? When we have a problem, we know exactly what to do. Go to imagination, exactly what to do. Affirm, go to a scene. When they have a problem, they just spin and toil and bitch and complain and cry and get angry and drink and do drugs to themselves to death because they don't know any better, so they can't do any better. Okay? Oh, my hair ate. I get it. Thanks. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's, and so they close that door. This is what I want y'all to see is that you're down a corridor. You're down a corridor and there's all doors on each side of infinite possibilities. But what you say can't to locks it. And it ain't no can't. And honestly, if you are a mystic, you like, so you're deciding as a mystic to put the spell of limitation on yourself. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so let's talk about some other shit, right? Like how else can we use our power? Like when I say witchcraft, like it's so funny because I've looked into spells. I've done a couple spells, and honestly, the couple spells that I did work. But when I look into spells and look into like witchcraft, and I haven't looked deeply into it, but when I do, it's just intentions. It's literally just using your intention. That's it. And saying, I'm going to use this herb or this element or this thing or whatever to amplify my intention, you know? So it's like, it's the same shit, you know? Like, it's not, Natoya, stop. You are cracking me up. Not one-on-one package with the 24-inch bust down. Girl, this more like a 30. This more like 32, 34. But anyways, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna let y'all know right now, this is not gonna be a very serious and what's the word? Structured vibe. So if you don't like that, then you know where to go, okay? All right. All right, you guys. But anyways, damn, look at me, bruh. See, I'm braiding the whole boho part into it. It's okay. All right. So yes, when it comes to witchcraft and things, honestly, what it is just intention. Like have y'all heard, you know, glamour magic was like trending on TikTok, right? So I'm looking into it like, okay, I'm going to find out some things that I don't know, you know, like they doing some other type of shit, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, yeah, just love yourself in the mirror. I'm like, that's fucking manifestation. Like, what do you mean? Like, just intend that you look beautiful. Like that's the law of assumption. So it's all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? However, like when you go, like when you, I'm sorry, the thought just lost my mind or left my mind. Fuck. Something about intention is going to come back to me. But when it comes to intention though, oh my God, it's like a bug crawling on my window. When it comes to intention, you can add intention to anything. And that's what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. That's what they're doing in witchcraft is they're just adding intention to anything. For instance, like something out of the way that I used to do, well, not out of the way, but like just weird that I used to do is like anytime I was walking through like a doorway, I would be like, I'm walking into like my highest timeline. Or anytime I would drive through like just like a ethereal looking place, like I'd be like, I'm entering into another dimension, another timeline. But just be intentional. Like the more I hear, the reason why I think that witchcraft is powerful is because it's using intention on everything, right? Instead of just, I'm only really being intentional when I sit down to manifest something. But instead, bringing intention into everything that you do, like things like eating and drinking, we do that all the time. You can set an intention that every time you eat something, money hits your account. You can set that assumption. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's something that you can do. Okay? So, use... I'm sorry. Use your intention for whatever. Everything is divine. Okay. Let's talk about like tarot and astrology and all these things, right? So use them for your good. Okay. Like me personally, let me first say this. Me personally, I don't like to give power to anything outside of myself because I don't want to start believing in that. I don't want to say, "Ooh, it's a full moon, so it's a great time to set intention," and then be like, "Damn, it's not a full moon, so I won't," right? But at the same time, when there are especially events, you know, like the moon and the eclipse and the this and the that a lot of people are giving attention to, that the collective has a lot of energy and intention behind, you can use that to your advantage. This is the thing that I'm trying to say through all of this though, is know that your intention is know that your intention is everything. Understand that it's not about whatever it is that you necessarily do. Like there's actually not any power in the thing. The power is in your intention in the thing. The power is in your belief in the thing, right? Okay, guys. So this is the finished braid. It's looking all right. You know, this was a little rocky for the first one, but that's okay. This is the thing with braids. It don't matter if one of them is rocky because you got so damn many, it's not gonna matter. Okay. Thank you, Kitty. You're so sweet. All right. So everything is divine, even tarot, y'all. This is the thing about tarot, right? Because people will say, well, I got a reading and it was right. It was accurate. It was what was going on. And I have absolutely had very accurate and on point readings in tarot. Okay. But so there's power in it. Yes. Right. There's power in it. There's power. It's not even that there's power in it. It's that God is in everything. Okay. God is in everything. God is in all of those things. Something when it comes to those of you who are into tarot, pay attention to the energy of the person, right? Pay attention to the energy of the person. There's certain tarot readers that are on like TikTok or whatever, that their energy is so magnetic and beautiful that I'm like pulled in, not even because I want to, I'm looking for a reading, but their energy is so amazing, right? That it pulls you in. But if somebody is on there, like shit, especially if somebody in your DMs, like, oh girl, mods, you guys are doing amazing, but let's not delete everybody unless they're saying something rude or they're spamming the chat, okay? But because we want to get some good energy going up in here because I'm using it to my advantage, okay? But yes. So what was I just saying? Y'all see how short my attention span is? Yeah, I'm doing an experiment. Oh yeah, tarot, that's right. The energy of the tarot person, right? Is somebody, that's what I was saying. Somebody slides into your DMs and they're like I remember somebody was like, your destiny, you're supposed to be really successful, but you have a curse on you. I was like, girl, I don't believe none of that shit. Like, like the people that come in your DMs, like, I have a reading for you. Your ancestors sent me to you because you have a spell on you and I'm the only one that can break it for $30,000 and like all of that stuff. Those people, you can obviously feel that the energy is not pure. You know what I'm saying? However, not the ghetto. However, tarot, like it is reading energy if they're doing it right? If depending on the person, right? It's reading energy, but this is the thing to understand, okay? Everything is fluid. And everything is mental. So if you're getting a tarot reading and they're emphasizing what you don't want to hear, and now you have to combat with not only your own thoughts, and now the other thoughts that's confirming what you don't want to hear, and now you feel shackled to that reality because you give somebody else a power outside of you, like, you know what I'm saying? you might as well just skip that shit. But I get it. Like I get the call. What's gonna happen? Tell me my future. Oh, what's unfolding for me? You decide. Okay? everything is divine. But what level of reality are you on? What level of reality are you experiencing on, right? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all something. And I'm telling y'all something. Look, this person, y'all know the sprinkle lady? The sprinkle lady is actually into manifestation and like the occult and everything. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like she has a whole separate channel dedicated to spirituality and all of that type of stuff. Sure, yes. And she's a very advanced person. She's been doing it. She said she found her first book about the occult in 5th grade. So you can only imagine how far that's taken her, right? But she said, I don't even remember what I was about to say about her, but check her out though, okay? Like, check her out. Like, check out her spiritual channel. You know what I'm saying? She knows what she's talking about. And just like she knows what she's talking about when she talks about her sprinkle stuff, she knows what she's talking about in the manifestation world. And it makes sense why she has the success in the, in the ways that she does, okay? I love that. I agree partially with what she says, not all. And that's actually what I was about to say, is this is the thing, and something she said herself, is to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But don't be cut off to knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But also don't see anybody as a master. You know what I mean? Like, don't see anybody outside of you as if they know better than you. Like, they know what you need better than you. Nobody knows what you need better than you. If I believe that, I don't know, if I'm a person who says, oh, you have to fix all your core beliefs before you can manifest something, and you don't believe that shit, you're like, no, I don't. I just have to robotically affirm. But I'm telling you this, you don't have to take my truth over yours, okay? Because every person has their own individual truth. There are things that you can learn from everybody, but you don't have to, that doesn't mean that you have to accept everything they say as law. Even Neville, right? Like, for instance, Neville doesn't believe that Jesus was a real person. I don't agree with that, and I agree with pretty much most all other things that Neville says, but I don't agree with I don't agree that Jesus wasn't a real person, Let me show you Beauty Alchemist. It's edge control. Y'all that do y'all hair, if y'all braid y'all hair, edge control. Gel, for me personally, my shit would already be like poofy, But this shit right here, my nigga, it needs to be the one with the colored top. The one with the black top, this is edge booster. But the one with the black top, Style Factor, is very loose. Like, it's more like the consistency of, it's in between the consistency of gel and edge control, but this is like hard, you see? So it keeps your hair laid. All right. So yeah, don't give power to anyone, because to be honest, y'all, even with Shira is someone that I never listened to, honestly. Like, she's someone I never really listened to, because I always heard the sprinkle, the, the sugar daddy stuff, which, look, I ain't hating, it just wasn't the path that I was on. You know what I'm saying? So she was somebody that I never listened to, but she has knowledge to like, she has knowledge. She has things that's beneficial to me. So, and it's not that it doesn't mean that now that I'm listening to her, that I have to do everything that she says. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I even suggest her to y'all is because she said, this is something that I'm always looking to hear from a teacher. And this is how you know if they're legit. If they tell you some my way or the highway shit, then you already know they don't understand that we're all gods. Ain't no my way or the highway. It's always, right? But, and when I say my way or the highway, I mean those who say the way that I'm teaching you is the only way. My course is the only way. My way of doing this is the only way that you can achieve this thing you already know, okay? But she says the same thing, which is take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Nobody is a god over you, okay? Nobody really know what's better for you than yourself. And when I say yourself, I mean your highest self, not your lower ego self, okay? Okay. So, step into your power. How do we do this? I did not break off any of these things. Darn it. How do we step into our power? Stop identifying as the powerless self. Okay? Stop identifying as the powerless self. Stop telling old stories. Start imagining. Start imagining. Actually, I don't know how to link stuff in here. But I will, Ashley. I'll put it in the comments or something after, okay? But stop identify, whatever it is, bruh. Whatever it is that you have decided is under you, decide that you have decided is over you, decide that is under you. Decide that you're above it, okay? That was what my last live was on. Y'all was loving that live. You know why y'all love it? Because it's true. Because yourself, I'm telling y'all, each of you has a powerful goddess within that's yeah, this is cool, living life and everything, but we could really turn this shit up. And that part of you is ready to turn shit up. It's yeah, this is cool, I love working 40 hours a week, but there's so much more to earth. Let's turn this shit up. Yeah, I know sometimes we go through it and sometimes we don't, but no, bro, let that self out. Let the part out that is ready. But that self is like a fire in you. And you walking around with your damn spray bottle and your damn fire hose no, I'm broke. No, I'm powerless. I can't do it. Oh, no, this is too hard. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to tell new stories. It's really easy for me, though, to write paragraphs and essays about my other stories. That, it's real. It must be easy. You see what I'm saying? It must be easy struggling through life and not getting what you want. The fuck? I mean, let's just be real. Sometimes it's all hard. It's hard being broke as fuck. It's hard to change your mind. It's hard to affirm when shit's not looking how you want it to look. It's hard to be alone. It's hard to be with your man and your man ain't acting right. It's hard to be, okay, so what the fuck you gonna do? And then what happened? Let's get to the point, right? Somebody told me that on one of my videos. She said, you should just get to the point. I was about to tell her to shut the fuck up. But I'm trying to be better, you guys. I'm trying to be better. But seriously, though, let's get to the point. Let's get to the point of, all right, yeah, okay, it was a sad day. Once upon a time, shit didn't go my way. But then what happened? Elaborate. You know what I'm saying? You're the one that gets to choose. Oh, bro, I'm looking for this. Oh my gosh. For real. I bet you were a rapper at some point in your life. I can't. I'm a rapper right now. I'm a trapper / rapper / bad bitch snatcher. Oh my gosh. All right. So, I love you too, Kyra. Are you talking to me? I don't know. I'm not following y'all's conversation in there. I'm trying to pay attention. Oh my gosh. So yeah, just stop looking at yourself like the two and not the one. Stop. This is the thing. Here's the thing. Can I do it? Yes, you can. Will you? Well, that's up to you. But yes, you can. Can I have what I want? Yes, you can. Okay, can I kick it? Yes, you can. I'm sorry, I'm playing too much. No, but literally, yes, you can have it, but are you willing to tell a new story in the face of the old story, which is the requirement? Okay? Are you willing to make a new assumption? Are you willing to? Because you have to be. You have to be. And that's the only two options. Either you can make a new assumption, or you can go ahead and cuddle up with your 3D circumstances that you don't like and get real comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Get you some friends that you can go to the bar and vent with about it, you know? Or you need to change your mind. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna read y'all's comments. Let's see what y'all talking about. I'm gonna read this one starting. Hey, Olivia, you know what I use for manifestation? I use 2 stones, which is Imperial, Topaz, and I cannot even say that. These stones help me with manifestation. They're both awesome for that. I love that. That's wonderful. See? Well, everything is divine. So Cameron is using the divinity out of his stones to help his intention and his faith. You know, use what you got to your advantage. Use everything you got to your advantage, whatever it is. But I'm gonna just say this, honestly, you guys, I love y'all. But honestly, I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of the wah, 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 and the small violin playing for circumstances, because just, especially y'all that be here all the time, because you know better because I'm teaching you. And I don't know, like, I know when it comes to this esoteric shit, sometimes it can take time to understand. It can take time to sink in and to click. But what I'm telling you simply is to stop claiming the old story. Stop thinking as the old identity. Stop identifying as the old identity. Stop expecting for the old self. Stop expecting from the old story. And do whatever it is that you gotta do. Whatever it is that you gotta do to make that happen. Whatever. As long as it's not hurting anybody or yourself. Do what you gotta do, bruh. Or, look, y'all know what I'm about to say. Be a muggle. Because when you're a muggle and things don't go your way, there's so many groups and support groups and Reddit threads and all kind of shit you can join to feel good about being, you know, a victim and how life isn't fair and oh my gosh, and you'll feel better. You'll feel better. You'll feel justified. Like, yeah, I mean, it's not my fault. Look at my life. Look at all these things. Look at the circumstances. And they'll be like, yeah, those circumstances are terrible. You know what? Let's have a support group. Let's all talk about our circumstances once a week and cry and let it out. Yeah, you know, do that. That's going to be better for you. Okay, let's see how this one is looking. I think it's doing better. See, it don't really look like much here, but when y'all gonna see the difference when I get done. Because y'all can see it's not too much curls going on, you know, it's a little flat. All right, y'all, let's see here. I've seen some questions up here. We are so funny. Ooh, wow, I love this, Princess Asia. Is a high self-concept tied to feeling good enough to control your own life? I love that. You know what, Princess Asia? That is a very good question, and I do believe so. There's something, now, first of all, accepting yourself as God, especially when you have religious guilt and stuff like that, can be a little bit of a process. You know what I mean? Like that can be something that takes a minute to digest. But when you don't see yourself as someone who is good, someone who is deserving, someone who is powerful, it is hard for you to accept that you have dominion over things, because it's far from your sense of self, basically. If your sense of self is very victim-y, right? And these are the people, I'm just gonna be for real. These are the people that are struggling. The people that are very victim-y. The people that are they're doing this to me, and look what they did over there, and oh my God. Those are the people that are struggling because they believe that the power is outside of them, okay? They believe that the power is outside of them. Just like I said, you know, in the beginning, where it's like, I'm gonna be at the park walking and find the diamond ring on the ground, just like that girl in Abraham Hicks' story, because that's the only way to my abundance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you believe that the power is outside of you. The power is inside of you. So, but yes, thinking like knowing you're good enough, knowing that you're worthy, loving yourself, you guys. Like, honestly, y'all, I'm telling you, Loving yourself will change your life. It will change your life. Just loving yourself alone will change your life. But it allows you to expect different. When you don't think you're a good person, you expect, if you think you're a bad person, or you think you're not a deserving person, or you're not that good, or you're just okay, or you're mid, you're expecting along those lines. You're expecting along what you think about yourself. And the higher concepts that you take of yourself, the higher expectations that you have for yourself. Okay? Oh my gosh. Hey Queen, what's your take on those videos that have titles in their videos that say your life is going to change when you see this, or you'll get your desires within the hour after this type of videos? Okay. So a couple things. First is, let me start with the positive. Okay. It's an intention, right? If depending on the person, when I say that in my videos, it's an intention, but to be honest, I be dead ass for real. If I say that in the video, I'm serious. And most of you guys know that when you come and watch my video, it very well can manifest what you want within the hour. It very well can change your life forever, you know? So when I say it, I'm dead ass for real. Being honest, when a lot of people say it, it's clickbait. You know what I mean? You have to understand this. That's what Shira was saying that I wanted to tell y'all. She said you have basically do your due diligence to research everything, because everyone who is teaching you something has an agenda, okay? And that's some of the realest shit. For somebody in social media to say that, somebody who sells things to tell you, not just me, but everybody has an agenda, whether it's views, whether it's sales, whether it's, you know, whatever. Everybody, like, yes, there are people that really, truly love what they do and want to come and share with you guys and love talking about this stuff, right? But you have to also know, like, no, there's no power in them. There's no power. And you know what? I can't even say there's no power in a video, because the power that's in videos is it's a conscious shift. There are videos that can shift your consciousness, right? That's what's happening on these videos. Your consciousness is shifting. When your consciousness shifts, your reality shifts, right? And so those videos are going to change your life. But there are people, I've watched videos, you guys, where damn near every single word that they said was a conscious shifting word, like a conscious shifting sentence, right? And there are people who will watch that and say, yeah, but they said that they did this in summertime and it's wintertime where I am, so I can't do any of these things. Like, stop doing that shit, okay? Like, take what you can from whatever it is that you're looking at. Take what you can, use what you can. Stop arguing for your limitations, okay? Stop looking for the one thing that doesn't resonate and say, oh, well, this wouldn't work. No, apply the things that could work for you and just leave the shit that don't, okay? Okay. Idona says, I'm thinking of doing coaching with you to really quantum leap. I'm not knowing if I should join the God membership or private coaching. My goal is to realize the answers are within me and not to seek. Okay. So I would suggest, based off reading your comment, I would suggest the Godstate group coaching that's starting on Sunday. Any of you guys that are looking to really know yourselves as God and really be able to operate from that, I suggest joining the Godstate group, right? Now, I'm not going to tell you that you have to. I'm not going to say, hey, this is the only way that you can achieve your God state, but I will say it's a shortcut, right? It helps to have guides and it helps to have support. It helps to have other people. It helps to be in a container that's charged with intention. But I would love to have you all in the God State class that's starting on Sunday. But really, you guys, like, just step into your power. Like, accept that you can. So many times, it'll be like a moment where I'm like, I can't. Oh, I guess I can't, right? And in the moment, obviously that's a lie. Like I know that's the lie as soon as I thought it. You know, that's a lie. I can. And when I double down on that, the ways for me to be able to do it make themselves plain to me. Okay? They make themselves plain. But it's like I said, y'all, you walking down that corridor. When you say you can't, you close that door. Nobody else closed it. You didn't even go give it a little jiggle. That shit was probably unlocked. I can't. Okay. And you put the lock on it. All right? There's nothing you cannot do. Is it worth your time? Is it worth your energy? Is it worth your magic? Right? Is it worth your magic? Be diligent, you guys. Be diligent with your attention. This is something else that I really, from very powerful people that I've interacted with, powerful people are very diligent with their attention, okay? They're very disciplined with their attention. They're not just gonna, engage in the conversation about the horrors of the world because that's what's going on at the dinner table. When people start talking about that shit, I mentally tune out. I'm zoned out. Okay? Like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about because it's just not worth my attention. Your attention is so powerful. Your attention is currency. Okay? When I do this, you guys, I pull it tight. Pull it to get it real snatched. But your attention is energy. Your attention is currency. Okay? Thank you guys. Okay, let me look down here. Doop, 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 doop. Damn, I missed a lot. Not, I just joined the live and you're chewing me up already. I can't, bruh. Damn, I want to stay with y'all because I want to see what y'all are saying. Oh my gosh, okay. Olivia, my important bills got paid and decided to leave my suite. Management isn't professional. I ran into someone more aligned to rent from and will save tons. I move Sunday, period. Because how the fuck else was it finna go? Congratulations, Love Passion. I love that for you. I love that for you, beautiful. Let's see. One analogy I heard recently was if your toaster breaks, let me make sure I separate this here first. If your toaster breaks and you try and fix it and it doesn't work, you just go out and get a new toaster. You don't keep on trying to use the one that doesn't work, period. Period. Y'all, listen to me. And let's talk more about this, okay? I'm gonna take a break on the questions for a sec. And that way I can look at your comments because I'm missing everything. Let's talk about how, 3D is very, it's very entrancing. I totally get it, especially when it's connected to your emotions, okay? Oh, thank you, princess, I love you. But especially when it comes to you being emotional, you guys, this is where money and, SP and all of that stuff gets difficult. Because your emotions are driving your attention and your focus. It's not the emotion itself that's a problem. It's that your emotion, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so mad at Bae. So I'm just gonna talk about how much of a dickwad he is. He's so annoying. So I'm gonna talk about that and, and focus on that and yell at him and tell him why he's so terrible. And I get that, right? That's that's an option. But when you know that your mind is creative, like when you know that your words are creative, it's okay to be mad. You know what I'm saying? I know, Sheila. Hey, beautiful. You came in right as I say, this guy's a dickwad. But I'm doing hair and talking, you know, that law of assumption shit, you know. But yeah, when you know that your mind is creative, okay? When you know that your words are creative, all right? And like I said, it's okay to feel, it's okay to have emotions, it's okay to be upset, it's okay to be scared, but don't let that take you out of what you're deciding to be true, okay? Do not let that take you out of what you decided, and what you decided is true now, right? Like, feel the emotion, but then go to your imagination. Honestly, y'all, stop. Like, yes, have healthy communication with your partner, right? But stop telling them every little thing. Like, stop, oh, why are you doing this and why are you doing that? And can't you do this and can't you do that? And da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Go to your mind and decide that that's what he's doing. Go to the only place that it matters, right? You mods, y'all are amazing. Y'all are so good. Honestly, like, you guys are just the best community ever. Ever. Such a blessing. I mean, I prayed for you guys, but you guys are exceeding my expectations. But anyways, not 59 crash outs, period. You know what I'm saying? Because the energy that we're using to crash out, we could be using for magic. Do you see what I'm saying? And then if you did crash out, still use that energy. Take all that energy, all that passion, all that anger, transmute it through light and put it towards what you want, period. We only win. That's the thing. You only win, okay? We're only winning. That's it. Doesn't matter. Even, I don't give a fuck, like, oh, you know, oh, I did something wrong, I spiraled. And decide that that's working out for you. That's working out for you. Like, I started deciding that with my arguments, like with my SP, that's just making shit work out for me. This is actually how I found out that he was gonna propose to me, because we got in an argument, because I was like, you're taking too long. Like, you're taking too long and this and this and that. And we got in an argument, and he was like, he got so mad, and he was like, I'm already got your ring. Like, I already have it. I'm just paying on it. Like, and I was like, oh. You know what I'm saying? Like, just use everything to your advantage. Just because it's something you shouldn't have did, you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean just do bad things, but just use everything and decide that it's working out for you. Okay? You're so funny, Natoya. So, yeah, you guys, like, just decide. Like, look, I'm gonna give you an invitation, okay? Here, this is an invitation right here. It's here, but you can't see it, but it's there. The invitation is to just decide that you that nigga right now, forevermore. Like, forevermore. I'm that guy. I'm that girl, period. And because I'm that guy and I'm that girl, things just work out for me, period. You're invited. It's a party, it's a party. Like, you can go. Just fuck the bullshit. Don't let anything. Oh, Rachel, you did? Congratulations. You know what's so funny, Rachel? She says, I reconnected with my SP from Light of Love. I really have been thinking about doing Light of Love again, because I have such a different and more evolved perspective around SP, you know? Around SP, like manifesting SPs and all of these things. And I'm just, you know, you guys know, like, I keep getting better. So I want to keep, you know, keep you guys updated with that. But I'm really thinking about it though. What do you mean, Haryana princess? Not even eating me up the whole life? It's funny, y'all. Listen though, the thing is, like, I be talking to myself too. Like, trust me, I watch my own videos and I be like, damn, you right, self. Like, you right. Oh shit. Oh my goodness. I love it here too, and I love you being here, Ty. No, I thought the invitation was to the wedding. I hear you though. Y'all, honestly, you know what's so funny is that me and my SP don't have a lot of friends. Like my wedding is about to be small as fuck. Like it's about to be like tiny. We barely got enough people to put in the wedding. Like, y'all, honestly, like y'all are more my friends than, I got more friends here than I do in real life. But that's good for me. I'm a person, I need a lot of solitude. Like, I know it seems like I'm like an extrovert on here, but I'm actually a super, super introvert. And that's where all of my growth and development happens, is in my solitude. So and then honestly, again, like y'all already know, like the higher you are in consciousness, the less people feel you. I mean, people couldn't even feel me when it was like, oh, think positive. That shit was like, what? No. Like, I tell them they got it in reality, they gonna lose their damn mind. They gonna be like, cast out the demon, burn the witch. That's what they was saying. What was I about to say? I can't remember, but yeah. Oh my gosh. I haven't really started planning that yet. Yeah, there's just a thing. There's just a few things that, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, see, this is the thing, right? Like, not sometimes whatever you say, people won't feel you till you go upside their head. I can't, bruh. Hey, listen. That's what people in the world of Caesar respond to, and that's why the world is so violent, because that's what they got. That's what they respond to. Then they like, oh shit, oh my bad. Oh, you try and talk to them nice. You can't be too nice, bruh. For real, even with y'all, I had to stop being so nice to y'all. Some of y'all remembered alive. It was here. I was right here. And I was like, I'm about to stop sugarcoating everything for y'all. Because the sugarcoat be making y'all think shit sweet. Oh, well then I can just talk about my circumstances and be mad and sad and talk about how it's not working out and I still don't get it. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Oh my goodness, you're right. Your circumstance sucks. I'm so sorry. Okay? And so then what? Then when you get off the live, you still in your circumstance. But if I tell you and grab you by your collar, like, hey, do you realize that you're talking some bullshit right now? Do you realize that you're choosing the lower state, the lower story right now? I don't know if you realized. Like, sometimes you ain't gotta be nice, bruh. Sometimes you gotta be real. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the nice thing is not the prospering thing, Sometimes the real thing is the prospering thing, and that's real love, okay? Like the violins have entered the chat, dead ass, okay? And look, y'all understand that I get it, okay? I get it, I know. Like I'm in 3D too, y'all. I'm in the world of Maya and Caesar and Trump and all that shit too. But I just decided that none of that shit is gonna stop me from getting what I want, period. The fuck? The same way that you decided that it is going to stop you from getting what you want, I just decided the opposite. If anything that happens, I don't care what it is, bruh. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's bad. Oh, a meteor's coming to Earth. Great. I guess that's what I'm about to ride into my highest timeline. Oh, wow. A puppy came and ran up to me and licked my fingers. Okay, I guess I'm going into my highest timeline. Oh, yeah, everything's going fucking swimmingly and amazingly. Wow, I guess I'm going to my highest timeline. Oh, everything's going horrible and terrible and everything's falling apart. Well, shit, I guess I'm on my highest timeline. Like, that's the only fucking conclusion. And here's the thing, y'all. Here's the ego. But what if it's not, though? Did you ever think about that? What if it's actually gonna go wrong and bad and terrible? Would you rather be, which side are you gonna be on? Would you rather be on the upside that's helping it go terrible with your attention and your words and your focus? Or would you rather be on your side and at least give it a shot to go your way? Which one? That's how I started loving myself, you guys, because I used to hate myself. And actually, no, I did. I always loved myself. But I just realized one day, I was like, but wait, why would I be on the op side? Why would I be on that side? I should be on my side. Like, if anybody should be on my side, it should be me. You your star player, right? Y'all should watch that stand-up by Cat Williams. Your star player. Just type in star player on YouTube. This was one of the talks. It's stand-up, it's Cat Williams, but when I tell you this changed my mind about myself, okay? This was when I was still really, really working on my like self-esteem. But when he said, you're your star player, basically you're fucking Michael Jordan on the Bulls. Like, stop putting everybody before you. Everybody needs before you, okay? Stop being so nice and fucking accommodating. Fuck that. Fuck that. Because when you're nice and accommodating, you fucking dun-da-da-da, like Captain Save-A-Ho, like, you don't ever let them hoes save their damn selves, okay? Like, Cat be spit high key for real. He do, I'm telling y'all. Especially, I mean, I won't even say especially his old shit, because his new shit too, he exposing everything. Okay. Let me finish what I'm saying, and then I'm gonna read some more of your questions. But I know that 3D can be how it is, okay? And I know that 3D can make it appear that what you want is impossible to happen. But that's not true at the end of the day. And it doesn't matter what it is, because all things are possible, okay? But what matters is, what are you going to give your attention to? And the point is to give your attention to what you want, no matter what, y'all. Not is it going right? Does it look right? Does it seem possible? Give attention to what you want, no matter what, period. Period. That's it. Until it's done. As you are on that journey, you are naturally going to see and figure out your own blocks, okay? You're going to see the ways that you cut yourself out, the way that you assume against your desire, and then just fix it. Just fix it. It ain't even gotta be no process, right? Oh, wow. I realized that the whole time I've been believing that it takes 10 years to create wealth, because that's what my spiritual teacher told me 10 years ago. Oh, well, now I don't have to believe that anymore. Great. Now I know that time is not even existing. Now I know that everything is instant. So I know my money is mine now. Just like, you got to persist. You got to. You have to tell a new story. I don't give a fuck. And the time is now. The time is not any time that you think that it is. We be like, oh, the time is, oh yeah, a few weeks from now, or, probably a couple years, or whenever damn, Mars move out of fucking Pluto or whatever. The time is now. Just start. Just start. I remember when I first started thinking about like creating money and, all that kind of stuff, starting businesses and stuff. And I was like, but damn, that's going to take me years. The years passed anyway. The year is going to pass. You see what I'm saying? Ow. I just yanked the fuck out of that. I shouldn't have did that. The year is going to pass anyways. So you might as well just start. Just start. The time is now. I'm telling y'all, stop thinking that something is going to fucking descend out the clouds. An alien gonna come down with a probe and say, oh yes, it's me. I'm gonna put this on your forehead and activate your divine code that activates abundance. Like, nah, bruh, just decide. Who are you choosing to be? Not Mars is clogged in Aries, I can't. Who are you choosing to be right now? Well, I did that before. And how long did that last? How long did it last of you doing that before you started arguing for your limitations like you're doing right now? Oh, okay. Consistently, persistently. Until when? Until it's done. And that's the only way. And if not, just ball up. You know what I'm saying? It don't make us know, never mind. Just ball up. But for the sake of your children, for the sake of yourself, for the sake of your life, just do better. You know better. If you hear, you know better. Do better. Be not just hearers, be doers. Which means to actually make the assumption. Okay? Actually make the assumption. Okay. Okay. All right. How long do I need to hammer in my new perspective on my situation? How long do I need to hammer in all my new perspectives on self? I'm important, I'm a priority, I'm always first place. Well, that's a great question. To be honest, that's something that you should be thinking all the time. There is no cap to how much you can love yourself, okay? But definitely at least until you think that naturally. But to be honest, you guys, in my experience, it's best to keep telling yourself, like, this is the thing, telling yourself things from Tringsville and telling yourself things from claiming is two different states, right? So if you're telling, I just stabbed myself. If you're telling yourself something from Tringsville as like, okay, I'm not this version and I have to get this version, keep doing it until you feel it as natural. But when it comes to like continuing to know yourself, right? To be honest, y'all, that's something that should be done daily. Like, y'all, people who are like rich, they're probably not sitting there thinking, excuse me, I'm rich every day. But they are thinking about money. They are thinking and expecting for money to come to them. They are thinking about themselves in a certain way. Same thing in love. It may not be a persistent on the top of their head, I'm loved, but they are thinking from that state, right? So you want to always be thinking from whatever state it is that you want to be occupying. Okay. Now it doesn't need to, like, the hammering in is coming more from Tringsville, which is cool, right? It's fine. But because sometimes, like, when these things are deeply ingrained, ooh, okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about levels, because it's levels to the shit, right? There's levels to this shit. There's levels of you knowing yourself, okay? And okay. Knowing yourself as the human, the avatar, knowing yourself as God, there's a lot of states in between that. And when you are knowing yourself as, you're still trending on the human side, on the Muggle side, then you're still very identified with the Muggle identity, with the Muggle story, with the Muggle's past, with the Muggle self-concept, with the Muggle's limitations, with the Muggle's experience. However, when you remember and know yourself as God, which we will be doing starting Sunday, if you guys would like to join, it's linked in the description. But when you know yourself as God, you literally know yourself above the circumstance, okay? And you knowing yourself above the circumstance puts you above the circumstance. Why was Jesus able to do the things that he can do, or that he did? Because he knew that he could. Because he knew that God was in him, there's no separation. If God is in him and no separation, and this person is the person that created everything, well, then all of this shit is not shit to me. That's the state that he was coming from. Okay? So, yes, affirmations are to fix your amnesia because you've forgotten who you are. Right. And so you're impressing your mind with the new idea. You're impressing your mind and you're going up states, okay? You're going up states because a lot of times, most of us in the law of assumption don't, ooh, goodness gracious, I'm kicking the thing over. Most of us don't start from knowing ourselves as God, okay? We start from, how do I get something? All right? How do I get something? How do I, the human, get something out there in 3D? And this is just you building the belief that I can affect my reality, right? Even at that time, you don't even see it like that. You just see it like, well, I just want that thing, so I'm gonna do this stuff. I'm gonna do what they're talking about. But as you do it, as you get deeper into it, then you start to really hear the esotericness in it. And it's like, I'm God, so I'm not limited. You start to want to create other stuff and you come up against something that seems like a limitation. Like, damn, I guess I can't create this because, whatever. And then there's that, but you're God, but you're the operant power. And you start to test that in many different ways. And through the testing, like a lot of us, to be honest, stay in the testing. Okay, we stay in the testing. We stay in, continuing to manifest, which is cool. But continuing to manifest from the state of, yeah, I mean, if I was really powerful, then I could get this thing. So until I get this thing, I'm not really that powerful, and I'm not God, and obviously I don't know enough and all of that, right? And you stay there. A lot of people stay there, right? But also you get to the point, and what I'm telling you now is to just accept it. Just accept it. Stop conditioning it on anything. Stop saying, oh, one day down the road it will be like. No, it is. You are. And when you know yourself as God, like, because this is the thing, okay, on the level of like doing techniques and trying to get things, right? It's like you're coming above, you're coming up the states of consciousness. So for instance, let's take somebody who like hates themselves. They think, I'm the worst person ever, I'm a victim, you know, whatever. That person might start just trying to manifest, you know, I don't know, just trying to manifest something they need. They're not worried about knowing themselves as God. They're not worried about higher consciousness. They're just trying to get something that they need, you know? And as they do that, they get what they need. Maybe they, I don't know, need to pay their rent or something like that. And so they start manifesting to get their rent paid. And then as they're doing that, they're manifesting and they're seeing like, wow, money can come to me easily. Well, then I don't really want to work here. You know, I'd rather, instead of being the employee, I'd rather be the boss. But for them to be the boss, they have to come to another state of consciousness within themselves. They can't look at themselves like the victim and the underdog and the person that's not chosen and the, you know, whatever. Like, they can't look at themselves in the lower state. They have to come up into a new state, right? In order for them to get that new desire. And this is why I be telling you is that your desires are leading you to your new self. It's leading you to your higher self. Okay, then let's say they do that, right? They take on some newer states and then they get to be the boss, right? Now he's the boss and he's coming to a higher state. And so he does that by what? Looking at his limiting beliefs and looking at his stories and looking at his past and looking at where, you know, oh yeah, my parents kind of ignored me and that made me feel like I don't matter and and you going through all of that, right? We go through all of that. But you're still at the level of the avatar because you're still making what the avatar story is relevant. Right? Well, you know me, my sixth house is in Mars and Venus. So, you know, that's not available to me. Okay, cool. So you said that. And so it is. Right? And so it is. Then this person is like looking like, you know, I don't know, maybe he comes on a video and he's like, wow, these people manifested this stuff overnight. Wow. And they saying, I mean, yeah, I'm the boss now, but I'm working a whole lot. I don't want to work so much anymore. I'd rather not really work that much and do something else. But how can I do that, right? This world, the world of Caesar requires for you to work and have a job and have a source of income. But now that's going to cause him to come into a higher state, right? And realize how like you knowing yourself as God does correlate with your confidence. It truly does. Your confidence and self-love. You can't know yourself as God and think I'm not shit simultaneously. Okay. So, but you're going to have desires that it's almost like it's like a carrot on a stick. Or y'all know on Family Guy when they're trying to trap James Williams, like, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy. Like that's what your desires are to you coming into a new state, to you coming higher. And all you're doing is going up the ladder, up the self-concepts until you get to the one so high that it's like, oh, like nothing is above me. Even I am not above me. Because a lot of y'all are slaves to yourselves. Okay? Well, my mind, I just can't control my mind. Yes, you can. You're just not good at it yet. That's it. You're just not good at it yet. And you're not good at it because you don't practice. And you don't practice because you don't really believe that it's worth your time and energy. Because if we all knew right now that we could actually live the life of our dreams and have exactly what we wanted, should we choose to discipline our mind, I don't think we would sit there and say, but I can't. You see what I'm saying? Like if somebody said, hey, you change your speech and your life is going to change, you're not going to fucking say, oh, but I can't do that. That's too hard. No, you don't really believe. You don't really believe. Okay? Practice. Ain't no hard. It's trained or untrained. Okay? Are you trained? Are you trained to believe even yourself? And this is the thing, you guys, right? This is the thing. Like a lot of us have accepted ourselves, we've accepted to an extent ourselves as God over circumstances, but we don't accept ourselves as God to self. And that is the key of being a master manifester. That is the key of being in the God state, because you can be the operant power of your reality, right? And say, I know that I can do this or do that, but but when it comes to me, yeah, no, this is just what it is for me. Oh yeah, I just have limiting beliefs. Oh yeah, I just can't do this. All the shit that you can't do is your story. It's your story. You're writing it. Once upon a time, this person found out that she was a powerful goddess, and then she wrote, and I can't do this. Okay, stop writing it. All right? Stop writing it. It is nothing that you can't do. But you are so powerful. Your command is so strong. Your magic is so potent. Your magic is so potent that you can limit what can't be limited. You can make something appear limited that can't be limited. Okay? And that's all it is. It's your magic, whether you direct it or not. Your magic, whether it's directed or not. Your magic, whether you use it for your good or not. That's why I said in the title, you're divine. Use it. Use it to your advantage. Like literally, I want y'all to really hear me, okay? And I'm praying that this wakes the people up in the back. You're literally learning, I am God of my reality. What I say is, what I identify is, the words that I repeat become reality. Why the fuck would you then say, oh my gosh, it's not working out for me. Oh my God, this is so hard. Oh my God, it's taking too long. You don't understand that all of those things are also creative. Okay? Also creative. And that's why you're having trouble, is because you're manifesting trouble. Okay? You're manifesting trouble. You like abracadabra, circumstance, obstacles, jury duty, blackmail, pink slip. Eviction notice. Bruh. Oh my God. Seriously though. All right, y'all. I'm about to look at y'all's okay, what's the best way to detach myself from the how of certain circumstances? That's a good question. To be honest, y'all, detaching yourself from the how is a fundamental understanding of manifestation. The how is never your concern. Just accept you don't know. There are ways you know not of, period. You don't know, okay? You could know, you could guess, you could think about it, but all of that is just gonna make it harder for you. Because every how that you can think of, your brain has an answer as to how that won't work or couldn't work or I don't know about that. Doesn't matter. This is the thing, y'all. Your focus and attention, okay? You are buying this experience with your focus and attention. So you're not buying the how. You don't give a fuck about the how. The only thing I'll say about the how is to intend that it's for the highest good, right? Intend that it's for the highest good. But, other than that, shit, let it be what it's going to be. How would I manifest a luxury cruise ship vacation? Damn, girl, I feel like I need to manifest that. I would just see myself on there. I think that's honestly good. Like, this is the thing, guys. Instead of thinking about, here's how I think about how easy things are, right? Or how easy or hard it is to like manifest something. Like, if it's easy to create the atmosphere of it. Like a cruise ship is a very distinct atmosphere. You're on the water. You can smell the salt. There's actually somebody who manifested herself going on a ship, but by feeling like the spray, like she was in the rain and she was feeling the rain water on her face and she was pretending it was the spray from like the ocean. But I would just feel myself like on the boat, see myself looking out and seeing nothing but water, see what would imply luxury to me. What does it look like? How big is my room or what, whatever. What are the activities like? What's the boat looking like? Like whatever, just imagine yourself there. Mm-hmm. It is easy, guys. Braiding is easy, I'm telling you. Now I've been doing my hair though for like 10 years. I've been braiding my hair for 10 years. But to be honest, y'all, the first time that I braided my hair, I'm telling y'all, by the time I got to the top, because you're doing so many braids, it's so much practice. Like by the time you get to the top of your head, you'll be good. It wasn't perfect. Like I still had to get better. And to be honest, y'all, my hair still don't be perfect, but just by the time you come from here to here and you done did all them braids, you're gonna be good. Just try it. And it'll save you like thousands of dollars. Like, I can't cornrow either, princess. Girl. Yeah, I gave up on that on my Barbie. Okay, but y'all see what I'm saying? Like, you see how it's giving what it's supposed to get? It's giving and it's it's giving and it's So we're gonna fix this. All right. Let's see. Don't stress or concern, or don't stress. The how is not my concern. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. How did I lose faith in my power? I've manifested my dream home in a country that had a housing shortage, my perfect car, crazy money. Now can't even see a blue car. Well, that's the story that you're telling. You're in a state, okay? So it's like Neville says, if I was to drive from Georgia right now to Florida, Georgia's still gonna be there. Just because you come into a powerful state don't mean you're not gonna stay there. And this is why, to be honest, you guys, a true mystic is very diligent and persistent and consistent in their craft, in their work, okay? There's no, like, I won't say no, because there are times where I'm just like, dude, I'm so fucking sick of watching my mind and watching my thoughts. Like, I'm just gonna take a break. But I don't, like, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not going to manifest. I'm not going to pay attention to my mind. I'm not going to feed my thoughts. Like, me feeding my mind, y'all, that's an everyday, damn near all day thing. I'm always feeding my mind in some way. Because this is the thing, y'all. This is what I be telling y'all. The illusion is strong. Okay? Y'all know 3D8, this ain't no little bitch ass illusion. This ain't no little Oculus type illusion, bro. This is a very real illusion that was really very fake. But it's a real illusion. That's an oxymoron. But it's a very convincing illusion, I'll say. It's convincing. And not only that, it's a very disempowering illusion. It ain't even that it's doing things. It's just things are happening that make you, not feel as powerful. So you have to be on top of yourself. I'm sorry. You have to be on top of yourself. You have to be on top of your mind, okay? Oh, Lisa, thank you, beautiful. I love you too. Yes, feed your mind like you feed your stomach, okay? Diligence, okay? Discipline, all right? Not letting bullshit thoughts. When the bullshit thought tries to skirt by real quick, you want to look at it. You want to grab it by its collar. Wait a minute. Is that still who I'm deciding that I'm being? Is that still who I'm deciding that I'm being? No. No, it's not. I don't believe that anymore. I don't choose that anymore. That's not who I am anymore. Okay. Okay. Do you ever have moments when you don't feel so powerful or intrusive thoughts come up? Yes. That's okay, though. That ain't nothing but the devil. No, but literally, you guys, like, metaphysically, the devil represents doubt, okay? The devil represents doubt. That's all that it is. And again, it's fear. This is a good way to see, where am I coming from, right? What state am I coming from? Am I thinking from the wish fulfilled? Are you coming from fear or love? Is the thought coming from fear or love? Is the thought coming from contraction or expansion? Is it making you smaller? Is it making you larger? Is it limiting you or is it removing limits, right? That's how you could tell. But it's okay. Like, this is the thing. To be honest, y'all, most of the time, I'm not perfect. But most of the time, I just don't care. Like, stop taking this shit so serious. Stop feeling like, oh my God, like, there's a balance, right? Because I realize as I'm saying this, how contradicting it is to me saying be diligent, right? But at the same time, if I am to a point, right? If I'm to a point where I'm just not feeling powerful and I'm feeling down and I'm feeling like intrusive thought, whatever, then I'm just gonna be like, damn, okay, I'm having an off day. That's all right. Go take a nap. Go watch a movie. Go do something that has nothing to do with anything and just get back to it though. Just get back to it. That's it. But give yourself, like, I feel like the more pressure we put, like when you put pressure on yourself to be perfect and you judge every mistake that you do, then it's harder for you to get back in the state. Because then you're, oh, but look what I did and I spiraled and oh my gosh, and who the fuck cares? It's a new moment. And so what? We're spinning on a fucking rock in space. It's not serious. It's not serious. You can't be harmed. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I be wondering, like, God, what are you doing? Like, why? Why is this like this? You know what I'm saying? But for God, we're just at recess. We're just playing. We're just, having a time. He know we're gonna come back inside and it's all gonna be good and we're gonna be safe and happy and whole and all that stuff again. We just having a time. It's just not serious. So just be light and easy about it, y'all. Be light and easy and playful about it. I'm telling y'all, play is the energy of God. God is funny. Like, look at life. God is hilarious. Okay. God's like, oh yeah, like you're so powerful. But if you don't know that, then you won't be. Like, dude. Oh my goodness. Hey, new sub, Lunaz. What the fuck is up? Okay. Olivia, I'm staying in the knowing I'm supposed to be in Mexico City tomorrow. No flight booked, but I know I'm going. Going? Who's talking about going, that girl? You went. And you went first class and you fucking loved it. It was amazing. It was incredible. You came and told us all about it. You were like, guys, guess where I'm typing to you from? Mexico City. It's amazing. You're there now. It's incredible. You love it. Sleep tonight as though you're sleeping in your wonderful, incredible resort. And know it's done. Period. Period. Let's see. Have you ever felt that weird pressure on your chest when persisting? ChatGPT says, it's my nervous system rewiring. I mean, it sounds good, but the feeling feels unbearable at times. Yes. Okay, let's talk about that. Because I've definitely felt that. And to be honest, y'all, like that little point is a lot of times like the point where, oh shit. It's a lot of times the point where I would give up, right? Where that pressure gets like, and it's like, the pressure is like, fold, bitch, fold. And you're like, no, I will not accept defeat. But what I notice is when you push past that, like once you push past that, everything starts to unfold. Like for me, what will happen? I'll feel that pressure. And sometimes I do just be like, you know what? Like, whatever. Just come into kind of like backing off of it a little bit, but still accepting like, but the only way is my way. Like I'm telling y'all, that needs to be your foundational assumption. I don't care how it's going. I don't care what it looks like. The only way for it to go is to surprise and delight me, period. The only way for it to go. So if it's not going the way that looks like my way, it actually is. It actually is. That's the only way. Okay? And I, myself, I'm open to things being better than what I think they could be because I know that God can bless us better than we can know. The higher mind knows a better way than you do. You know what I'm saying? Or even a better thing. It's not to say that you have to do that, but sometimes that helps. But I'll find myself in that stage where it's like, oh my God, the pressure, oh my God. And I keep persisting. And what happens is literally like after in that moment of persisting, or even maybe the next day waking up, it's like different realities, you guys. I'm telling you, because my thoughts change. Like where it seemed impossible and it's like there's no way and all this stuff, it's like my mind will start to see it as possible. My mind won't have so much resistance to the idea anymore. Like my mind seems to be like on board with it, and then things start shifting. So, cha. Oh yeah, Kayla Rain, definitely get yourself out that situation. Okay? because, yeah, we don't want anything to happen to you, darling. So, let's see. I'm a homeowner. My old story says rent is due on the 7th, but in my 40, I already bought the house. I don't pay rent. Yeah. Yeah, you already bought the house. You did buy the house and you loved it. It was such an easy, amazing process, okay? Oh my gosh. Yes, we put so much pressure on ourselves. It feels serious. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, like in this Law of Ascension community, we took something that was like magical and fun and like made it work and a job. And it just doesn't have to be. It just doesn't have to be. Especially the more that you know your power, you guys, the more that you know your power, the easier things are for you. The more that you know your power, the easier things are for you. That's why I started teaching the Godstate courses, because I'm like, this is your answer to everything. This is your answer to everything. Just know yourself as God. It makes everything 100,000 times easier. Okay? Why do I want this person when I created them? This is a very interesting question, you guys. And this is what I'll say about this, okay? Is yes, we do create the people in our experience and we create how they show up for us. And yes, we can create them to show up differently for us. And also, yes, a lot of times when you are chasing someone who is not good for you or hasn't shown up good for you, it can be a sign of your own self-concept, okay? Which is why a lot of times when people come into higher self-concepts, they don't want that person anymore, all right? But sometimes you do. And now when it comes to Kay, when she's already said that she's leaving, if you're in a violent situation, you guys, don't play with that, okay? Don't play with, not, even if you decide that you're gonna change that person, you need to do it from safety, okay? From somewhere else. But yes, you created the person. Yes, come up in your self-concept. But yes, the truth is, you guys, the limitless truth is that every single person has the potential to be different. Every single person has the potential to be redeemed. And this is not just in Neville, but in the Bible, you guys, for a whole week. Like when I do my Bible studies in the Patreon, God literally tells me what to do. I'm led to what verse to do. And for a whole week or two, all of it was about no one is like you basically looking at somebody and saying, yep, you're just terrible. You're just bad. There's no hope for you. Is actually you believing the illusion. You know what I'm saying? It's actually you believing the illusion. Now, listen, this is not me saying to dedicate years of your life manifesting somebody, okay? Because fuck that. But I'm just saying that there is no person that is unredeemable. All people are redeemable. And for those of you who have a relationship, or because not everybody's situation is that dire, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, it's just, relationship issues. You know what I'm saying? You just going through shit with your man, or you going through shit with your girl, and you really, really love this person, and you know that this person has the potential to be, everybody does, but you really love this person and you want this person. Then yes, you can. It doesn't matter, but you are going to have to stop giving attention. And I don't even say stop giving attention. You are going to have to make a new decision about who they are and persist in that. And sometimes, especially if you're living with them, sometimes they're not going to show you that instantly, but you still have to persist in it if that's what you're choosing to do. Okay? But every person, yes, is us pushed out, is our beliefs and assumptions pushed out. Yes, every person has the ability to be different and to be new, just the same way that you do. The same way that you deserve forgiveness and deserve to be redeemed and are redeemed in Christ. Do y'all know what that means, right? Christ is our savior. We're redeemed in Christ. What does that mean? It's that everything is here. Christ is your knowing yourself as God. Okay, that's what Christ is. That's what Christ consciousness is. You knowing yourself as God gives you the opportunity to redeem anyone, including yourself, including your SP, including your mom, including whoever it is. Okay, because everybody is just a product of your imagination. They're just you pushed out. And so your brother begins and ends in you the way that you begin and end in God, right? This is from Neville. And the pruning shears of revision. Okay, they begin and end in you. So who are they? Well, what do you say? And I know it's difficult when your emotions are involved, because your emotion finds value in demonizing people. Okay, your ego finds value in demonizing people. Your ego finds value in saying that person just ain't shit and they never gonna be shit. So it's best for you to know that and go ahead and exit the situation, right? Which is cool. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. I'm definitely that type of person. However, right, when you've decided that's not the route that you want to go, and you're knowing that your brother begins and ends in you, well then what are you deciding, right? What are you deciding despite your emotion, despite what it was, right? Choosing to see the God in all, choosing to see yourself as one with all, right? So we are all to be redeemed, right? Even in the Lord's Prayer, it says for us to forgive others as we will want to be forgived, right? The same way that we want forgiveness, we want to be seen as better. We want to let go of our past, to forgive like that. And let me tell y'all, in my opinion, it takes a very high state of consciousness to do that, because it takes a very like a lack of ego, a lack of fear. We don't forgive people because we think that it keeps us safer to be angry. If we're angry, we're safer somehow. But that's not really true, right? We don't want to see the best in people, because what if we see the best in them and we're wrong? Well, who has the authority, right? Who has the authority? You have the authority. You can't be wrong. It is what you said it is. It is what you really deep down believed it is, you know? Okay. Oh. Yes. Okay. How crazy. It's driving me. I don't see any movement, but still the driving me is keep going. I just can't let this desire go. I can't. I will keep going. Good. Keep going. Stop acknowledging that there's no movement. Stop saying that shit. Stop giving a fuck about movement. Y'all, listen to me, bruh. Listen to me. Stop giving a fuck about movement. I say this in videos, but I don't think I've emphasized it enough. Because fuck movement. Who cares? I don't give a fuck, nigga. If I'm manifesting a fucking Benz and I see a Benz down the street, that's great. But I don't care. I want to end my driveway. The only time movement fucking matters is when you say it matters. So if I see the Benz and I'm manifesting a Benz, I'm going to take that and use it. Why? Because it's helping my assumption. Oh yeah, see, this means that I'm getting what I want. But everything, I don't care if I see a Ford Taurus or whatever, I'm getting what I want. Do you see what I'm saying? Because looking for movement is still checking the 3D. It's still looking for something outside of you to tell you what the fuck you finna have. I thought we already decided that. I thought we already decided what you was about to have, what you have now. So what are we checking for? What are we looking for movement for? Fuck movement. I don't give a fuck about movement. I don't give a fuck about what's going on except for what I want to happen, period. Period. And this is the thing, y'all. When movement happens, then yes, use it, right? It's like I told y'all in one of them shorts. Use everything as a sign, but create the sign. Don't wait for the sign. Don't wait for, oh, well, I need a feather to freaking fall on my forehead for me to know that it's working out. Nah, dog, it's working out because you said so. And that's it. fuck movement. All right. Is it normal to be neutral in 3D even though it looks like nothing's going on? Like, I don't even seem worried. I almost forget about manifestation because it's done in my head. That's excellent. Excellent. That's literally the opposite of what I'm talking about. Okay? Neutral, right? When you know that your boss is about to pay you on Friday, you not sitting there on Wednesday like, do you think he's gonna happen? Did you see him writing any checks in his office? There's no movement. You don't give a fuck. You know that when Friday come, you finna have a check. Period. That's it. You don't need to check in. You're not at your boss office like, hey, so I know it's Wednesday, but did you know Friday's coming up? You know what? Hold on. Let me call my psychic. Girl, what are the cards saying? Is my check coming? Like, no, it is. Period. It's a fact. When you can accept your desires the way that you accept that your check is coming, okay, you are neutral. No, you're not wondering. You're not obsessed about Friday on Wednesday. You might be excited. You might be expecting it. You might be like, ooh, this is going to be nice. Like, when I get my check, I'm about to do this, this, and this. But you're not worried about it. Okay? All right. You can manifest for someone else, right? Yes. And manifesting for other people is actually one of the best things for you to do to practice, because you can see excellent results very fast because you're not attached to it. You're not attached to it. Like, if your friend is like, I don't know, let's say your friend breaks up with her man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's sad and all, but I mean, if they break up, they break up. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But for you, it's like, oh no, my whole this and that, and whatever. For them, it's just like, I want the best. You want the best for your friend, of course, but you're not really tripping however it goes, right? So that's a good thing for you to use, right? To start to, you know what? No, I'm going to revise. That she told me that they're doing excellent and they're happy, whatever. And then she's going to come back. Oh my gosh, you'll never believe what Tommy did. Okay. That's an interesting question. Isn't manifesting an SP technically manifesting for someone else? Kind of, yeah, actually, because you're calling forth a version of them. You're calling forth a version of them that suits your needs and your wants. Godstate bypass every belief I want. 1 mil, marriage, and I will have it because I'm powerful. I did so many other things. This is the big thing I really want. This is the breaking point. Okay. Period. Not snip, snip, ho. Mama K. Dude. Not forgiveness isn't my strong suit at all. I feel you, princess. I feel you. I'm working on it, y'all. Because I used to be a very like nice person. Well, I'm still a nice person, but like I was too nice. I was too sweet. And that made me, like, after I learned not to be like that, it made me a little cutthroat. And not too cutthroat, because really I could be more cutthroat. But it made me just, my threshold for bullshit is very low. It's very low, bro. But, according to the Bible, what I've been reading, like, we should be forgiving people, so. That's what they say, all right? Ooh, I get power from my anger, period, abundant one, as you should. As you should. All right. Oh, wow. I literally have no one I haven't forgiven in my life. I just know all people to truly only be acting from a lack of consciousness that they can have what they want and not harm others. Wow, Natoya. All right, Natoya. Teach us how to be now. And what I will say, you guys, is that number one, forgiveness isn't about the other person. Forgiveness is about you. Like, you are letting go of heavy energy when you forgive. It's not really about them. And honestly, holding grudges against people it's not about them either. It's still affecting you. You be mad at somebody, they done moved on, they don't even know you thinking about them. You know what I mean? They don't even know what they did. and you got heavy, a heavy heart because of whatever. You know what I mean? But it's funny because in the other live I did the other day, I was saying how Natoya has some of the best energy that I've ever encountered. And now that I read that makes sense. Because when you're not holding on to dense, negative shit, like, have y'all ever, like, okay, for instance, like, remember when I was talking about the tarot readers, right? I remember, like, y'all know how it is on TikTok. They pop up all down your page. And, like, some of them, it's like the energy is so aggressive. And she's like, oh, yeah, everybody's out to get you. And they all trying to come and get you. And, oh, yeah, you got this going on. And, like, all this stuff. And it's like you could feel the anger and the ah in their, in their energy. And that's what, like, it's a balance of everything, y'all. Like I said, you need both, you guys. You need some rar and you need some peace, okay? All we doing is just balancing out the scales, okay? You need the anger. You need the forceful side, the masculine part, the dark part, because that's the part that protects you, right? Yes, you want to be loving. Yes, we want to be kind. Yes, we want to think of others. But you can do that too much, though, to where you get lost in the mix, right? So you need the dark side to say, hey, this person has me fucked up. And you need the light side to say, and they're moving from, the assumption and the awareness that they're moving from, and I can let that go, right? But they have me fucked up, though. Oh my gosh. You said you manifested Miss Manifester? I didn't even see her. Where is she? She was on the couch. I don't know where she went. I love that. I accepted that she made an appearance on the live earlier. I love that. Yes. Ooh, movement will make you keep looking for more movement instead of the actual thing, period. I'm still confused how I manifested my dream car 1.5 years back with my red Hellcat when I always had the assumption I'll never be able to own one, or I'll be lucky to somehow have one when I'm like 70. LOL, how? I don't know, redhead. It depends on what you were doing. Fuck Vine, bitch. Mama K, dude, you cracking me up. What do you think about picking up on others' emotions, as in not having any negative thoughts, being perfectly fine, yet after interacting with someone, I have a feeling of depression for no reason? Okay, now that's very real, Sally. Like, that's very real. That's called being an empath, okay? And everything is energy. Like, if I was like, hey guys, let's take a field trip to the damn cemetery at 2 a.m., we're gonna feel a different energy than we're in our house. You see what I'm saying? Most of us. Some people are truly just not tuned to that. We all have the capacity within us to interpret energy and feel and understand energy, but most of us, people who are into spirituality and, all this stuff, are more tuned to it. But somebody being in the comfort of their room versus being in a cemetery, those two things are going to feel different, and not just temperature wise. You see what I'm saying? So energy is a real thing, and it's everywhere, and it's all the time. And that's actually the point of what this live is that everything is divine. Everything is God. Everything is going on. Use it to your advantage. Now, when it comes to picking up on other people's emotions, you are an empath, which means that you take on other people's emotions as your own. This is something I have too. It's good because when you're an empath, you can read people. Like, that's why for me, when I'm in my sessions, when I'm on here, I can tell y'all stuff that I shouldn't know, because I can feel it and know it from your energy, right? We can get into all the clairs and all that, but so it can be a good thing. Like, your energy is just very, you're sensitive to energy. So that's good, because it could tell you something like you step into a room and you feel that I shouldn't be here, and you leave before something happens. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to being around people, that's another reason why I'm not around people very often, because when I'm around myself, I can maintain my energy. When I'm around other people, I used to pick up on their energy, but to be honest, lately I haven't been picking up on people's energy, and I don't really know what I'm doing differently, except for knowing that I'm God. I don't know, but I used to really struggle with picking up on people's energy, especially in the work that I do. Like, I remember sometimes I would be having a session, and then I will have the same like argument with my man that they was having with their man, or I'll have like the same feeling about myself that they were telling me they had about themselves, you know? So the energy is contagious. Absolutely. Energy is contagious. But you just want to set the intention. Y'all, listen, intention is so powerful. You can set the intention not to pick up on energy, and you won't. Okay. You can set the intention to have like a bubble of light. Like, this is like a standing like empath thing to do when you're going to go into situations or hang out with people or go into crowds. It's just to see yourself in a bubble of protective like white light that's keeping out any energy. You may also want to do an energy cleanse, Sally. Like, especially if you sit with somebody who has heavy energy, and y'all understand that you can pick up energy from all things, okay? You can pick up energy from people, but you can pick up energy from shows. There are certain shows that I will watch that I would feel down. Like, it significantly dropped my vibe, like American Horror Story. It's funny because for me, I can't do blood and gore. So American Horror Story was already off the table, but I watched like the haunted house season, and it was very good. Like, it was really interesting. But when I got done, my energy was so low and down and just not good. I was like, I can't watch that shit no more. Music, you know, it's so funny. Music also, it affects your energy. Okay. A lot of these things that these artists are saying, their music is a spell. Okay. And I'm not saying that like, oh my gosh, like conspiracies and, you know, all that shit. It's not necessarily that. I mean, you know, but I'm just saying like their music is a spell. That song Anxiety, I turn that shit off every time it come on. It's just repeating anxiety. It's my anxiety. What do you think that's doing to you? You see what I'm saying? And it's trending. Of course, it's it's the #1 song. Of course it is, right? Like, so it's just like, just be mindful of all the energy that you entertain. And everything is different, right? Some people can listen to, or some people can watch horror movies. They can see somebody get gutted and they're just fine. They're good. They just as high vibrational as ever because it doesn't affect them in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I love trap music. Some people can listen to trap music and that would bring them down. They're like, this is disrespectful and this is not nice. And oh my gosh, they're talking about selling drugs. You know, but for me, it hypes me up. So pay attention. Just pay attention to what brings your energy up and what brings your energy down. Pay attention to who brings your energy up and who brings your energy down. Okay. And it don't matter how long y'all been cool. It don't matter how, oh, but this person needs me. Like, y'all, listen, when I tell y'all, I kept so many depressing energy vampires in my life because I felt responsible for their happiness. No, I am so happy I freed myself from that. You're not responsible for anybody's happiness. You're not responsible to be there as somebody's sounding board for their drama that they keep creating and don't want to stop creating. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention to how is your energy after you hang out with this person? If my energy is way low every time I talk to you, every time I hang out with you, I don't need to be hanging out with you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not serving me. And me saying, but it's helping them. And oh my gosh, but I'm the person they talk to. And is me saying, okay, so I'm going to serve them over me then. So their well-being and their comfortability is more important than mine. Fuck that. No. Pay attention to your energy. Pay attention to how your energy feels when you go and do certain things or when you talk to certain people or whatever, and manage that. You know what I'm saying? People are not entitled to you. And shit. All of us here are valuable. All of us here are valuable. Okay? Because you being tapped into your God self, you being tapped into your magic is valuable. And that shit more valuable than anything that they could bottle up and sell. Okay? Really, especially y'all women, stop thinking that another woman can fuck with you. Can't no woman fuck with you. I don't care what she look like. I don't care how smart she is. I don't care if she fucking graduated from fucking Harvard Law. Does she know herself as God? Okay, then she's not fucking with you. Like, seriously. All right? But, yeah. You're valuable. You don't owe anybody your energy. I don't care who it is. Friends, family, whatever. Except your kids. That's the only people you can't really abandon, okay? I would suggest your parents too, but depends. Because some people parents ain't good. You know? Some people parents is terrible. But you don't owe anybody your attention and your time, okay? So if it's something that's not serving you, then it's not serving you. Then it's not serving you. Nope. You don't owe somebody 3 hours on the phone for them to talk about they man that they've been with for 25 years that they ain't never gonna leave, but just drain all the energy out of you, right? You don't owe anybody anything. They grown, okay? They are grown. All right. Okay, I'm about to scroll in a second. Okay. Doop, 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 boop, boop. Manifesting an SP is blessing them with our God presence, period. And honestly, you guys, even think about it, especially if you're manifesting, hopefully you should be manifesting positive things for this person. You're manifesting healing for them. You know what I'm saying? Shit, imagine if somebody manifested you healing your inner child for you and you ain't had to go through all the shit you did. Okay? Like, it is a blessing. You are a blessing. Okay? You are a blessing. That's what I be telling y'all. They came up the day that they met you. You ain't come up meeting them. They just a damn muggle. You know what I'm saying? They a damn muggle, and muggles are fucking replaceable. Muggles are a dime a damn dozen. Muggles is like buses. You know what I'm saying? Every 15 minutes there'll be a new one. When it comes to your sister, Redhead, revise her. If you used to think something good about her, this is the thing. Realize that version of you, that version of her that was wonderful, still exists. It's a state, right? It's a state. It's a state. And it doesn't really matter how, you know what I'm saying? But just if you would rather have a positive relationship with her, just decide that you do. Damn, I keep forgetting to separate my stuff, guys. Oh my gosh. Ooh, damn. Forgiveness keeps the blood off your hands when God's vengeance is unleashed. Sheesh Louise. All right. Not have fun in YouTube jail. I love you, princess. You the best. Not I'm mollywopped a girl and still went out clubbing. Yo, I swear, y'all are hilarious. Not mollywopped her. And I bet she deserved it. Just saying. That's funny. See, she said she started it. Oh, y'all down here talking about revenge and all this stuff. Okay. Love and Hip Hop. Oh, man. Those shows are some of the worst for me. Like, I can't watch that shit. I cannot watch those Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, this and whoever. That shit just too much. But that's just me. A lot of people, they like it, you know? Not this dude said, I thought y'all had superpowers like Zeus. I can't. What do I keep my hair moisturized? Shit, it ain't that moisturized right now, but this is just edge control, y'all. Okay? See how that's snatched like that? That's edge control. All right. What do you think about manifesting the rent to be paid even though I got a notice to vacate by September 8th? I believe that the rent is paid. That's what I believe. Because, y'all, so many people have manifested their rent and stopped evictions and stuff just off of, like, my channel alone. I'm sure off of many other channels, too. Like, fuck what they talking about. What you saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep deciding, y'all. Keep deciding. Like, honestly, y'all, manifesting rent was like, I told y'all, my jacket on, jacket off, as with the Karate Kid. You know, it was my lesson of how to manifest, how to persist despite the circumstance. Okay. And I did it so many times. So I know for 100% fact, no matter, like, y'all, there was times where it's like, I got to pay it at 12 p.m. Eastern, and I got the money at 11 a.m. Okay. Like that, it's possible, but you must focus. You must focus. Period. You have to, despite the fear, despite the anxiety, despite everything, decide that, nope, I'm actually staying. Create love forever. Look, I want you to, when you go into Sats tonight, as you're falling to sleep, I want you to see and create the mood of Halloween. I want you to see and create the mood of Halloween. You can even do Christmas, whatever you want. Go past it. Go past the time that they're talking about. And I want you to see and feel and know yourself in your house. Even do something. You could do a simple scene like trick-or-treaters come into your house, wherever you live at right now. And you go in to open the door and you see and you're feeling the doorknob that you know is your doorknob right now. Because you're still in your house. Because you already paid the rent. Like, what rent are we even talking about? Got to get off the muggle bus. It's okay, girl. To be honest, y'all, this life, we're on and off the muggle bus. It's okay. And this is why I say, just take care of yourself wherever you are. When I'm not on the muggle bus, you guys, for me, it doesn't help me to yell at myself for not being on the muggle bus or for being on the muggle bus. It doesn't help me to say, oh, see, blah, blah, blah. It helps me more to just be like, you know what, darling, take a rest. Okay? It's okay. You're not feeling it today? That's all right. You still gonna get what you want. Just go ahead and just chill. Just take a breather. Okay? But life is a on and off muggle bus thing. It doesn't have to be though. You can stabilize in the Godstate. Okay? Don't be mollywopping. That shit hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Create Love Forever. Okay. I believe meditation clears up my energy. I attract and serendipity galore, period. Meditation is everything, y'all. Everything. But yeah, we've been on here quite a while, y'all. It's been 2 hours, like I said. And we can see how it's coming in a sec here. Yes, the God state is an unshakable peace within. It's becoming my default setting. Excellent. I love that abundant one. And you know what it is, y'all, too? Part of it is trust. It's trust. That's a big part of manifestation in general, okay? It's just trusting beyond what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Trusting. Like, honestly, y'all, if we really trust it, right? If we really trust it, you wouldn't even repeat yourself. Okay? You wouldn't even repeat yourself. You would be like, Neville, I heard it. And if I heard it, my father heard it. And if my father heard it, it's done, period. Thank you, redhead. Yes. Let the God state be the baseline. Yes. Yes. Love that. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, Kadibi. All right. So yeah, trust that you're getting what you want. Decide that you're getting what you want. No matter what it looks like, you're getting what you want, period. That's it. You're powerful. You can utilize anything. It does not matter what it is, you guys. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're into, spells and stuff, then use that. If you're into tarot, then use that. If you're into whatever you're into, crystals, whatever you're into, use that. If you're into spiritual baths, use that. Whatever you're into, use that, because it's there for your advantage. Just make sure you're always assigning a positive meaning and intention to it, and make sure that you're understanding that the only source is God. That anything else that you do is just it's a catalyst from God. You know what I'm saying? Like even like in a lucid dream, right? Like, because everything is imagination, what you should be able to do is just blink and be in another state or another country, right? But even in the dream, even when you're lucid in the dream, it helps to open a door and walk through and say, okay, now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, use whatever you use. It's all divine. But don't give power to anything except you. Because even if you give a little bit of power to anything, you're always going to question, when do I have the power right now, or does that thing have the power? Can I make this happen, or is Mercury in retrograde, so I can't really make it happen right now? Fuck that. And even if I know, right? But what if I'm wrong? What if Mercury is in retrograde and that means I can't? Then at least try. You're never going to know unless you try. If you keep taking everybody's word for it, well, they said that we can't right now, and it's not a good thing. Like, even when it comes to like the moons, you guys, right? Like the new moon and the full moon, like the people say completely different opposite things. They're like, one of them is like, oh, the full moon, that's when you should intend. And then like, no. And the new moon is when you should release. And then they're like, no. No, the new moon is when you should intend. And the full moon is when you should release. Why? Because it doesn't fucking matter. Whatever they say is how it goes. Literally. That's it. Okay, well, do we see how this is looking so much better, you guys? Like, you see how we can see the curls a little bit? Oh, we still got some work to do over here. Okay, I think I'm gonna do these last two and then I'm gonna go. So if you guys have questions, this would be a good time for you to ask them. Okay. What does spiritual mean? That's actually a good question. I feel like being spiritual is being in tune, open, tapped in to what's beyond the physical. Okay? What's beyond the physical? Not 8, like 4 times 2. I love you, reality got invested. Oh my goodness. But yes, that's what I believe. Believing in things that are beyond physical. And when you understand that the spiritual leads to the physical, you guys, that's where your work is done. Stop giving so much credit to the physical. The physical is just an illusion. It's just the illusion coming down from the spiritual, literally. You know? It's just the physical coming from the spiritual. Ooh, let's talk about something real cool real quick, okay? This is something in Neville's book. He talks about the meaning of things, right? Me and my SP were actually talking about this the other day too. But meaning, right? It doesn't make sense because you're living on the physical realm. You're living in the illusion. So only illusion makes sense. Let me say it like this, right? If you do good and work hard and get a good job that's 9 to 5 with a 401k, life is going to work out for you. I know that makes perfect sense to him, right? Because that's the level of consciousness that he's at, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, all right? But let's talk about the meaning of things, okay? So let's talk about the way that Neville thinks or talks about it is like the meanings of a book on a page, or a book on a page, the meanings of words on a page, right? On one level, when you look at a book, what is it? What is it? When you open a book, you look, there are words written on a page. On one level, that is true. That is what it is, right? When you read those things, right, now you see that they're not just letters on the page, they're actually words that have meanings, right? They're words that have meanings. But even just the words that have meanings, that's not the full meaning of the book, right? Because the words individually don't make any sense. They don't correlate into anything. It's the coming together and the way that they're strung together that as the final meaning, right? Which is the purpose, that the intention, or actually before we even get there, then you string those letters together. You make sentences. Now that's another meaning. Then you think about the intention of the art of the author. There's another meaning, right? So there's meaning on, for one thing, for one book, for one item, there's like 4 different meanings to it. Here's another way to think about this. This is another story that Neville told. He said there was a woman who was a widow, and she was wanting to get enough money so that she could move. And what happened, she was in an accident, right? She was in an accident and got a settlement. And so we look at that and say, well, what happened, right? What happened? What's the meaning? Well, what happened is it was slippery. 2 cars slid into each other. That's what happened. That's a crash. That's what it was, right? But why did it happen? Well, it was slippery. It rained. That's why. There's meaning, right? But what's the higher why that it happened? The higher why is that the woman was in simultaneously the state of assumption of bringing money into herself, but also the state of loss because she had just lost her husband. And so what she manifested was a perfect coming together of that state where she lost her car, but gained some money, right? So that's the higher meaning of things. So when you guys are like, but what about my SP? Well, what's he gonna do? Well, when's he gonna do this? And how's he gonna do that? Well, it doesn't matter. Whatever he does. There's so many things that can happen to your SP for them to change. They could read a book. They could see a TikTok. You know, a 60-second TikTok. I know all of us who was on TikTok have seen a 60-second TikTok that has completely shifted our paradigm and shifted the way that we think, right? It's not about what it is, but your intention is like a little electric signal that goes to their intention. And your intention that says he's different makes him stay when he was about to scroll. You feel what I'm saying? Makes him stay when he's about to scroll. Oh, damn, that makes me think different. Damn, that made me think of Aliana, my boo. I shouldn't have did that. Yeah, I should be more like this. Like what they saying in this TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But you so worried about, but he's always been like this and it's never been like that. And da-da-da-da-da. It don't matter, right? It doesn't matter. What's the meaning? But you deciding up here, he can never change. He gonna scroll right past that. The book, his homeboy gonna be like, bro, this is a good book. I think you should read it. He gonna be like, all right, and stuff it under his bed. Okay? Because your intention and your decision affects their intention and their decision. Okay? All right. So what's the meaning? The meaning is happening on many different levels. All right? The meaning is happening on many different levels. So, but knowing it, when you understand the highest level of reality, right, which is what spirituality is, bringing it full circle. When you understand that the level that things happen on is above what you're seeing in 3D. What you're seeing in 3D is the last thing. That's the last thing that happens, okay? It's literally, it's what you're seeing above that. It's before that, right? It's before that. It's above what you can see. The decisions are made in consciousness, right? The decisions are made in consciousness. All battles are fought mentally first. They fought mentally first. They're won mentally first. They're lost mentally first. Okay? Okay. So, yeah. All things exist. We don't need to know the way. We just focus on the end, and that's it. Okay? I remember when I used to be afraid of these topics, and now it's so life-giving and powerful. I cannot believe how I used to believe, yeah. We started from the bottom. We all started from the bottom. But it's okay. And I think that's even like, y'all, when you think about yourself, right? When you think about yourself, how much you've changed, how much this information has changed you, other people can change, y'all. Other people can change. Okay? Now we here. All right? I have a question about sats. It's always worked for me, but right at the deadline. How can I make it happen sooner so I'm not under so much pressure? Okay. So it sounds like you have a belief, like it'll work out, but at the last second, you know? I would say create the identity of an instant manifester. Like, just decide that you manifest instantly. You don't have to wait. Not got it out the metaphysical mud. Stop. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't wait to grow up and do vlog vids. You're so cute. You're gonna do amazing. Naff. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Thank you. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go soon. Unless you guys have any other questions or anything you want to ask me. I know I missed some questions up there, but I just don't want to scroll to find them because I want to get done with this. And I still am probably gonna do some more. Ooh, okay. I see y'all coming in with that thrax. All right. Okay, how do I feel about drastic overnight shifts? I love that. Ooh, this is such a good question, princess. Okay. Drastic overnight shifts are very possible, right? It's very possible. Everything is possible. However, reality tends to shift according to our beliefs and assumptions, and a lot of us have not come into the realization. Like, a lot of that has to do with the belief in time, the belief in linearity, right? So the belief in linearity is what leads to time and process. The belief that, well, this has to happen to lead to that to have to happen to lead to that to have to happen is what makes things not happen overnight. But when you can actually shift your belief to everything is existing now, right? Everything is existing now. And so the reality that I want to be in, that I want to wake up in, exists already, right? It exists already. Even using your sleep as a portal, as a quantum jumping way, right? Because shit, honestly, in our dreams, I feel like we are shifting dimensions anyways. You know what I mean? I feel like we're shifting dimensions anyways. We're experiencing different dimensions. So you can use your sleep as part of your intention to wake up in a drastically different reality. But I think what is drastic, right, is very, very different from what your reality is now. But your reality is what it is now because your beliefs and assumptions are what they are now. But it's just like I said in the quantum leaping videos, can you drastically shift yourself? How drastic can you shift yourself? And really what that has to do with is being detached from the stories, right? Once again, here we are again, back at the Godstate. Just for those of you who are popping on now, my God Level Manifesting course, my group course is starting on Sunday. That's like 2 days. So if you want to join, link is in the description. I would love to have you. But knowing yourself above all stories frees you from all stories. So then it's easy for you to switch between stories, okay? Instead of looking at what it is or what the past was, you're not concerned about that because you know that that's just what it is in that reality. It's not a prerequisite for you getting what you want. You feel me? But if you believe that, well, this thing has to take time, then if you believe that on a level, then it is going to take time. Okay? Ooh, that sounds lit. Holistic energy. So in my dream, I was flying through a swirling light portal really fast. It felt like I was quantum leaping. That sounds dope. I love that. Okay, let's see here. How do I just decide I manifest instantly? Oh my God, just like that? You manifest instantly. And this is the thing. Let me tell y'all something when it comes to manifesting instantly and really anything, but decide that you manifest instantly and then ask yourself, what if that was true though? What if it were true? If I really truly believed that I manifest instantly, not even believed, but had the experience, what if I have always manifested instantly? What if I've always manifested instantly all the time, right? If I've always manifested instantly, then what are you expecting, right? It's gonna seep into your expectation. What you will realize, guys, when you zoom in your awareness, you will realize that when you manifest something, you add time to it. You're not, most of the time, we are not really actually accepting and believing and expecting to wake up with what we want, right? And so, but then if you think of it from the state of an instant manifester is expecting it in the moment. And then you put that on, right? You try that on. Well, what if I did expect it in the moment? How would I be thinking right now? How would I be feeling right now? Right? So practice, when you're manifesting, practice expecting that it's done now. Even better, that it's already been done. Go past it. It was already done. It already happened, right? So it already happened. So now the only thing is with this is practice, right? Because this is the thing, you guys, time is one of those collective beliefs that's very ingrained, okay? Even some spiritual people can't accept that there's no time. That's a very deep belief that we have, okay? So it may take you time to come above that belief. It may take you practice. It may take you assuming. It may take you practicing, right? So, but what you're not going to do is say, well, I wanted to manifest it instantly and it took a week, so I can't do it. And I guess I'm not an instant manifester. No, continue to assume it and even revise that you did receive it instantly. Okay. But really take that on, you guys. All of you guys here, everybody, ask yourself, feel into yourself. What if it were true that I manifested instantly all the time, always? What if you was like a wizard and you manifest instantly all the time? That's just what it is for you. How are you thinking? How are you expecting? You're thinking and expecting differently. You're not thinking and expecting, all right, well, how do I make this happen? And how many affirmations? No, it's done. Wow, amazing. Love that. Okay. All right. SATs. So it says, what is SATs? Okay. So yes, SATs stands for state akin to sleep. What SATs is a technique where you not just visualize, but you enter into the scene in your imagination and act it out. You create a scene that implies that your desire has happened. Okay. Not happening, not any of that, but that it happened. It's done. Okay. What would happen if it were true? All right. You're going to engage as many of your 5 senses as you can in that scene. So you're not just going to see yourself. First of all, you're going to be seeing from first person. So you're not going to see yourself like looking at yourself. You're going to see yourself as if you're looking through your eyes. My SP's calling me. See it from first person, right? As if you're seeing it through your own eyes, okay? And then you are going to introduce all of your other 5 senses, as many as you can. Smell. What would it smell like, right? This is like, a lot of it is a detail. I would say that's the difference between a SAT scene and a regular visualization, is you're including a lot more detail. And you're starting to, it's like y'all, if I tell you to, in your mind right now, place yourself in your local Chili's. Okay, that smells different. That doesn't smell how it smells in your home. That sounds different. The noises that you hear when you're out at a restaurant are different from the noises that you hear at home, right? It feels different. You sitting in your couch feels very different from you sitting at a booth in a restaurant, right? Like all these little subtle things is what adds to the sensory vividness, right? Which is what Neville calls it, sensory vividness, making it vivid in your imagination as if it was playing out, right? Like, and then once you create that scene and you do that, you're going to loop that scene until you fall to sleep. You're going to make it very short, like 10 to 30 seconds. And you're just going to loop it and loop it and loop it until you fall asleep. You're going to sleep as if you're sleeping in the reality where your desire is done. Ugh. Sometimes it's shit. Okay. So let me see. Anything else for me to manifest my dream apartment and balcony? Sats is something I'm working on being able to focus. During the day, I visualize, rampage, listen to subliminal, parrot, thanks. Okay. So I would say definitely work on Sats. To me, just reading your comment, it sounds a little bit like Tringsville just because you're doing so much. You know, I don't know though. Like if you feel good in doing all those things, but really the answer always is, guys, accept it as done. Accept it as yours. Accept it as a fact. Move out of desire and into fulfillment mentally, y'all. That like sums up pretty much fucking everything. Move out of desire and into fulfillment mentally. Decide in your mind with no proof, with no evidence, with no anything that this thing's mine now because I said so and because I'm God of my reality, period. Damn it. Okay? Ow. Sometimes the shit is on bullshit. Okay. Let me see. Like, think someone who goes from being a regular person to having a hit song, and now everybody knows them overnight. Just as an example, that isn't my desire. Like, yes, okay, I love that. So a lot of times that can be a couple things, right? A lot of times what we see is overnight is actually, please don't take this wrong, y'all. But a lot of times what we see as overnight is momentum built up that you wasn't seeing, okay? So a lot of times when, like, let's take that example, for instance, you see an artist blow up overnight. And a lot of times we think like, damn, wow, they just got in the studio yesterday and here they are today on the radio and it just worked out. But then you go and see that they've been posting since fucking 2011. Okay. It's like I told y'all, like that song from Janae Aiko, the date, like she posted the song, like her recording that song. The date was like 2002 or something like that. Okay, From Time didn't come out until like 2011. And I'm not at all saying that things have to take time. But what I'm saying is a lot of times what we're seeing as an overnight shift is something that has been brewing. Like for instance, like bamboo trees, right? Bamboo trees grow for like 12 years underground. And in the last year, they shoot up as tall as they are. You see what I'm saying? So that could be it, but also it can be like when it comes to a mystic, it's having a vastly different shift mentally. And I'm telling y'all, listen to me when I tell y'all, I know this sounds so simple and like whatever, but this is really what it is. How much can you truly let go of the old self, of the old story, of the old assumption, and truly, truly, truly abandon yourself to the new story, and give no credence or no anything to anything but that, okay? Mm-hmm. What do you think about commanding money, love, etc. to come into your life now? I think you should. Of course you should. I think you're a goddess, so you should be having a lit time. And whatever is going to make you have a lit time, then you should be you should be manifesting that. Okay. Ooh, Sats in the morning is really where it's at. I actually like doing Sats in the morning too. Abundant one. I think what tripped me out as first was my decision being enough to change my reality. And y'all, let me tell you, your decision is more than enough to change reality. Give it supremacy. If you tired of doing so much techniques and so much trying and this and that, decide that, you know what I said, and that's what it is, period. I don't need to repeat myself. That's true power, right? That's true power. If I heard it, my father heard it. And if my father heard it, then it's done. Period. Period. Yes, I manifested my dream apartment with journaling and a picture of the apartment in my journal. Got approved in less than a week with an eviction and no job. Period. Love that. Okay? Who's deciding here? You or the circumstance? Who's deciding? You're deciding. I don't care what the circumstance is. I'm telling y'all. And that why, like, honestly, you guys, being in that position of manifesting things like that, like in a situation like that, where there was no movement. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, for me, when it came to me manifesting places and manifesting my rent, and it was like rejection and missing the mark and not getting in this and that. The movement, if I was looking for movement, bro, I would still be on the street. Like, I would be ass out if I was looking for movement. But I wasn't looking for movement. I knew that an assumption, though false, if persistent and will harden into fact. So I knew that the best thing, and this is what I'm telling y'all when I tell y'all this, okay? The best thing for you to actually do is to keep persisting in your mind, is to keep imagining. That's the best thing for you to do. Not look at 3D. 3D doesn't have any credence over you unless you say it does. Okay? Okay. Yes, make your desires normal to you. Yes, I love that. Actually, you guys, that is what Neville said is the cause of failure. He says, so what if you did everything right and you didn't get it? Why not? Because it did not feel normal to you. It didn't feel, and that's really the thing. Like, when people come to me and they're like, hey, do you think that I could live in Looney Tune world? And it's like, technically, you know what I mean? Everything is possible. However, do I think that you can achieve the feeling of naturalness of living in Looney Tune world? I don't know, but I say try. Honestly, I mean, if that's your desire, if you're like, that's what I really want. Bugs Bunny is my SP, and I'm trying to be with him. Look, if that's what it is, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing, and here's why. A lot of y'all might be like, Olivia, you're feeding into delusion now. That's crazy. But y'all, do you know that everything that we accept as true now has been a delusion? Everything that has been invented, everything that has been created was once a delusion. There's no delusion. There's only just who is going to dare to assume it. And if that desire is on your heart, it's on your heart for a reason, so dare to assume it and find out. Let me know from Looney Tuneville. Give me a call from fucking Bugs Bunny and Space Jam and all them. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, there's certain things that I just don't want to do, right? Like, you know, like people are like, well, how do I change my age or change my parents or change this? For me, I don't want to spend the time that it takes or the energy that it takes or the mental that it takes to do that. But it doesn't matter that much to me. If it matters that much to you, then do it. You know? You feel me? So, but yes, the feeling of naturalness is natural for me to have this. This is why self-concept is so important. Because without the self-concept, it doesn't feel natural for you to have it. It feels very foreign and crazy and outrageous to even think that that could be possible. Right? Okay. All right, you guys. So I am going to go. My phone is about to die. But we can see how already it looks so much better. And I'm gonna go and do some of these in here because y'all see I got these gray hairs. I've had gray hair since I was 12. That's what it is when you're like a sage. But yeah, you see how much better it looks. Oh my gosh. I love you guys so much. Y'all are so sweet. Anyhow, I have ways I can work with you in description. You can join the Patreon if you would like to have daily metaphysical Bible studies. You can work with me one-on-one. And you can also join the God Level Manifesting Group Coaching that is starting on Sunday. So I am sending you all infinite love. I am intending that all of this wonderful 3-hour goodness prospers you immensely. Wait, hour and a half maybe about? Yeah, hour and a half, or 2.5 hours. But yeah, I'm intending it prospers you immensely. I know that it has, and I will see you guys in a video soon. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I love you all so, so much.